In this video, I want to talk a little bit about how you guys can be prepared when you're in the field. I don't even know what I have in here. This is kind of exciting. It's like Christmas. Alright, well those of you who follow my channel know that we are in the process of moving. So my set is a little crazy right now. My cat is currently over across the room playing with an empty box because, let's be honest, that's what cats do. But anyway, in today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about what's in my pouch. But more importantly, what's not in my pouch and what should be in my pouch. Because if you watch my videos, you know that all the time I'm out in the field and I usually say, oh, well, I don't have that, I'm not prepared. So, in this video, I want to talk a little bit about how you guys can be prepared when you're in the field, unlike me, who's never prepared for a lot of things in life in general. But anyway, here we go. So, on the table here, I have some of the stuff I have in my pouch and some of the stuff I don't have in my pouch and I probably should have in my pouch. We'll get to this. All right, so here we go. You know what, I'm just probably gonna just dump it out right here on the table, because why not? First, we'll just take this out. I don't want to ruin the table. I've got a hand digger. This is important. Hand digger is important. I don't always have this with me, but it's one of the things that you should probably have with you. I'm usually stealing Drew's in the videos, as you know.
Would you like my lash?
Yes, please.
Here.
Oh, thank you. A pinpointer, also important. It's not necessary to have a pinpointer. There are a lot of people who dig without them, but they improve recovery time, so I like them because I can find a lot of stuff faster. So the pinpointer is good. This is the Pro Pointer AT. This is the Pro Pointer AT Z-Link. I take that back. Pro Pointer AT Z-Link, which is a really good thing to have if you have the AT Max or the Z-Link wireless system, because it syncs right to your headphones. It's really nice. But let's dump this out and see what we got. I don't even know what I have in here. This is kind of exciting. It's like Christmas. There's a lot of dirt in there. Oh goodness gracious. Okay, well, I've got some rust in here. Obviously this is kind of the junk that I've had in my pouch for a while. There's not a whole lot of goodies in there. I usually take those out every hunt. I do have a little finds catch here. This is where I normally put my good finds when I'm out. I got this when we were over in the Netherlands from Garrett, Holland, Belgian team. They were really nice. They gave us this little goodie bag. I love this thing because it has this foam insert, so it keeps my good finds nice and safe, so they're not rattling around with all of this junk and getting all scratched up and whatnot. So this is really nice to have. It doesn't have to be like this. I've seen people use little travel cases with little separate compartments and stuff for like jewelry. Things people use for jewelry, like travel things. Those are nice to have, and you could put your little buttons in the separate compartments. But this is good. I have a tendency of losing them once I take them out of my pouch. They get lost. This one has not gotten lost yet. I still have it, so going back in there so I don't lose it. All right, let's talk about the stuff that's not in my pouch that is important to have. Okay, first of all, gloves are important. I don't always wear gloves. People are always on my case about wearing gloves, and you know what? There are times when I'm digging around in a hole without gloves and I see glass and I think to myself, you know what? I should probably be wearing gloves because I could have just cut my finger just then. And I have cut my finger before. It has happened. I've seen friends cut their fingers before. I should have totally clickbaited that video, like, man slices his finger wide open while metal detecting. It would have been like a million hit video, but I didn't do that. But if you've been wearing gloves, it wouldn't have happened. So gloves are important, especially in public places like parks and stuff. Inner city park, you don't know what you're gonna dig up. You know, there could be needles or like bad stuff. Gloves, wear gloves. Okay, moving on. This, a toothbrush. You guys are like, what? You guys are always on my case about rubbing my coins on my pants, right? This could solve all of that. Although I kind of like rubbing my coins on my pants, you know. But if I had just a simple toothbrush or just a brush in general, soft bristle brush, I could simply brush my coins, my coppers, not my silvers. Do not brush your silvers, please. This would do the trick for coppers. Now, there's a lot of you who suggest using a spray bottle on my copper coins. Truth be told, every single one of my, I shouldn't say every single one, there are a select few, but for the most part, all the copper coins that I've dug, and most of the silver coins that I've dug, still have the dirt on them. I don't clean my coins. I do not clean my coins. And the reason being, if you wet a copper, say you're out in the field and you pull out your little handy dandy spray bottle, and you spray your copper coin, you lose all that detail. The detail's gone. So I do not recommend spraying coppers. It's just not something I do. That's why I prefer wiping them on my pants. That's why I prefer using a brush, and I just leave them that way. As soon as you wet them, you lose all that detail. It's a horrible idea. See, my dog even thinks it's a horrible idea. Don't do it. Do not wet your coppers. For silvers, wetting them is perfectly fine. And as a matter of fact, I recommend wetting them. When you pull a silver out of the ground, you don't want to rub it. You don't want to rub it on your pants. You're going to get scratches all over it. It's going to be horrible. So I recommend a spray bottle. I didn't have a spray bottle, so I grabbed this nice little bottle of body spray to represent a spray bottle in the field. And you can just spray your silvers, spray the dirt off of your silvers. Don't wipe the dirt off of your silvers. It's going to scratch them. I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's coming out of the ground. It's probably not going to have any value. But if it does happen to have value, you don't want to ruin it. You don't want to scratch it. You don't want to rub it. So just pull it out of the ground, get your little handy dandy spray bottle and spray the dirt off of your silver until you know what it is. You know, if it's a rosy, just rub it on your pants for all I care. But if it's something really nice, you don't want to rub it. So use a spray bottle. Use, you know, if you have a water bottle, just pour some water on it. That's the best way to clean silvers out in the field. So I hope that kind of clears things up a little bit on coppers versus silvers, because I know a lot of you are like, why don't you just spray your coppers? I refuse to spray my coppers. You know, when I first started out, I would do that, and then I stopped doing it because I realized it took the detail off of the coppers. And then I'd be out with people and they'd take the copper out of my hand and they'd get their squirt bottle out, and I'd be like, no, as I watched all the detail just washed away. But that's just a thing of mine. So, I mean, you don't have to do it that way. Feel free to wet your coppers. They're your coins. You can do whatever the heck you want with them. But that's just my thing. So, your spray bottle, it doesn't have to be body spray. If I was to use the body spray, they'd be very sparkly because it's a sparkle body spray. So that's why I grabbed the sparkle one. All right, some other things. Sunscreen, very important if you're going to spend, say, 10 hours out in the field like I do. It's super important to use sunscreen. Please do it. You'll thank me later. Bug spray. Oh my gosh, I go through cans and cans of bug spray. You guys know in the summer I'm constantly complaining about bugs. Bug spray. The bugs are horrible. They just love my hairspray, and you guys know I'm all about my hair, and they just like...
I have a bug on my neck. I have bugs all over me. They're flying all over my head.
Love my hairspray. So, yeah, bug spray is very important when you're out with the bugs because they'll get you. Especially ticks. Oh gosh. So I always spray my boots down really good, stuff my pants into my socks and pull them out. I look like such a goober when I'm out in the woods, but I have had Lyme's disease. It's no fun. So it's really important, you know, to get out there, to put the bug spray on and check yourself over when you get home. Make sure you don't have any ticks crawling on you. It's not fun. Lyme's disease is not fun at all. It like knocks me out. The kids left a paintbrush on the table from their craft. It's not actually it doesn't have anything to do with this. So we're gonna put that over there. This fell down before I started the video, and it's not really something that goes in your pouch. But a shovel is a very important accessory when you're metal detecting. Now this shovel is my squeaky shovel that everyone makes fun of in my videos because every time I do a live dig, it's like squeak, 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 squeak. So I think there's something wrong with the joint here. I probably wouldn't recommend this shovel because it's like, I don't even know if I can get it to squeak. It's a very squeaky shovel. I probably have to get this joint fixed. I think it has a lifetime warranty, so I could probably contact the company. But when we're in yards, I know a lot of people suggest the hand diggers in yards. Personally, and there's gonna be a lot of debate on this, and I'm sure it's gonna be really controversial, I like using shovels in yards. And okay, just let the comments begin. The reason being, I feel like I have less chance of damaging the roots with a shovel that's sharp and serrated like this when I'm digging my plugs, because I can dig deeper below the roots and really leverage that plug out and make it clean. Whereas if I'm digging with something like this and trying to stab into the ground, it's not having the same effect. So a good shovel is really important. This one's actually pretty dull, and I've only had it since my birthday, so that's any indication. But a good shovel is important when you're metal detecting, so you're gonna want this. Obviously, it's not gonna fit in your pouch, but make sure you invest in a good shovel, one that can slice through those roots, or your foot if you're not wearing proper gear. Just throwing that out there. Make sure you're wearing boots or something, not steel-toed boots, because you'll be setting off your metal detector. So make sure you're wearing good boots. You don't want to slice through your foot. I've known people to be wearing flip-flops who have done that, and it was not fun. So, all right, stop the video. I have to interject again this week. I know I did this last week. I swear there's gonna be one week where I don't have to interrupt my own video during the editing process, but you're probably noticing there's one extra item on the table. Is this towel right here. I just got done talking about digging in yards, and one of the most important things that you need when you're digging in a yard is this thing right here. I mean, besides a shovel, obviously, and a metal detector and all, you know, that stuff, but you need a towel. And the reason you need a towel is because when you're done digging that neat plug and setting it aside, you need a towel to lay out like this and remove the dirt from, and you're putting your dirt on the towel, right? And you remove your object, and then you're dumping the dirt back in the hole, filling it back in, putting your plug back in place, and pressing it lightly, stomping it in, making it look like you were never even there. You need one of these. This is important. This needs to go with your gear and all your kit and your pouch even. It's not as important when you're in the woods or in the field, but when you're digging in yards or even at the park, you want it to look like you were never even there. So this can come in handy. It doesn't have to be a bathroom towel. I just grabbed this out of my bathroom because it's snowing outside and I wasn't about to walk to my car, but you get the idea. So make sure that you have a rag or something like that if you're gonna be digging in yards. You wanna leave a good impression on homeowners, and you wanna leave a good impression for the rest of us diggers that we're not careless and we know how to dig a plug and we know how to dig a yard. So that being said, let's get back to the video. Here we go. I think that really sums it up. If you guys know of anything that I forgot to mention, I'm sure there's something, because I just kind of threw everything together right before this video. If there's something I forgot that's like super important and you want to drop it in the comments, I know in all these videos I do, there's inevitably something I forgot. Like in my last video where I talked about how to identify old home sites and where they used to be, I forgot to mention the flowers. You know, just driving around in the springtime and you see flowers popping up. Old home site. That was super important. I completely forgot that one. And you guys were nice enough to point that out in the comments. So there is stuff I forget in these videos. So make sure you're reading through the comments, because my viewers are kind enough to remind me of the stuff that I forget. But these are just some of the things for those of you who are getting started in the hobby to be mindful of. I mean, these are the things that you want to be taking with you and have in your pouch, and not forget them like me. But yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. I hope you're not snowed in. We're about to get dumped on with a ton of snow, so I just like every weekend for us it's a nasty weekend every weekend. Next week I'm thinking of maybe touching on permissions. You guys just hammer about that in the comments on these videos, and I've been really thinking about it. I'm not an expert at getting permissions by any means. I hate door knocking so much, but I do it, and I've picked up a couple tips over the years, and I'd be happy to share them with you guys, but by no means am I an expert. So next week maybe we'll touch on that, but I hope you enjoyed this video. and I will catch you next week. All right, later. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and whether you're looking for your first metal detector or you'd like to upgrade your current machine, we carry the full line of Garrett metal detectors, and I put a link to our website down in the description.
Mule shoe, you're so sweet. I'm gonna take you home.